Hey everybody, this is a quick little video on recording a melody to put that into your piano roll instead of drawing it out one note at a time. Now I've come across this because I've decided that I want a really cool lead instrument to come in during this high energy drum part. So we'll listen. Right there, when that crash hits, I want my lead instrument. I've already selected an instrument, which is German lead here, and I clicked the tweak button and I did some tweaking on it. Feel free to play around with this stuff with any of these synth instruments, because you'll find just by clicking and adjusting things, you might be able to figure out through experimentation exactly what all these do. I'm not going to go into it right now, but feel free to mess with it, you got nothing to lose. So I'm playing keys, and I found just like before, so to choose what note is probably going to be a good note to start, we got this E flat, and I'm going to be playing chords, so we're going to do E flat and B flat. And then go down to A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, B, and then that's pretty wild sounding, isn't it? So let's go ahead and set this up for recording. So close that. I don't need to close it. I can leave it open. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to create, well actually no, I'm not going to create a region. Let's see, I gotta make sure the metronome is on, and I click record, and it should count me down. Let's see. No, it hasn't counted me down. I'm going to delete that region that was just created, but it did create a region for me. My understanding is that it would give me like a countdown to get ready, but apparently it doesn't. So I'm going to click record, and then as soon as that gets going, I'm going to start playing these on my keyboard. Alright, here goes. Not bad. Let's hear what it sounds like. That's a pretty wild kind of climax to this part of the song, so I like that a lot. We're going to do some slight editing to it now, so we're going to get rid of the instrument. We're going to double click on this, and we're back in the familiar and sometimes scary piano roll. So one of the tricks that I have picked up on is quantizing. So we're going to select all those notes. We're going to right click, we're going to click quantize. And I think in this case, it's hard to explain exactly what this is. These are fractions of a note. And because my notes are very long, I don't want to quantize them to very tiny fractions of a note. I want them to take up basically the whole note. So I'm going to pick a small number for the denominator of the fraction. So that'll be like 1, 2, or 1, 4. I'm going to try 1, 4. And what quantizing will do is cause the ends of the notes to line up to the nearest, in this case, quarter note. So let's see what that does. I was wrong. That's not what I wanted. I want them to just fill up the whole area. Right click again. Let's go. Undo quantize. Quantize. Let's try 1/2. That didn't do anything. Undo quantize. Make sure they're all selected. They're all selected. That's horrifying, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna quantize. Let's try to 1/8. Can't seem to get what I want. Quantize to 1, 1. Quantize to 1/16. Quantize to 1/64. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. Well, you know what? What the quantizing did was it at least lined everything up to the beginning of each line, so that's nice. But I wanted it to extend the notes out to the end of each line as well. It didn't want to do that for me, so what I'm gonna have to do is manually go through. Oh, that's kind of nice. So because they're all selected, I can adjust the length of all of them at the same time. So normally, whoop, get rid of you. Okay. Normally I'd just be adjusting the length of one note. But let's zoom out again. And here's a handy tip. When you can see all the notes that you want to select, you can press Control A and select all of them. And now I can change all of their lengths. So now they're all filling up the entire beat, which is what I wanted. So let's listen to it now. Oh, except for these, which are... Whew. To deselect them, let's see. I think you can right-click somewhere to deselect them, but let's try this. Control A, so they're all selected. No. Right-click brings up the menu. Left-click somewhere else to deselect them. So you can draw a box around your notes, and then left-click somewhere to deselect them, or you can press Control A on the keyboard. I want to deselect them because I just want to adjust this note shorter and this note shorter. And then I want to make my region only as big as it needs to be. So that's trimming it on that side and this side. Brilliant. Okay, let's try that now. That kind of sawing. That's pretty wild. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's listen to that whole section one more time. Okay, go back to the instruments. Is there any other... I want to add an effect to it, I think. We've got a stereo delay and equalizer. Those are fine. Vibrato. This will make it sound kind of wiggly. Let's see what this does. Oh, yeah. So there it sounds smooth. I might as well add some effects, make effects part of this tutorial as well. Okay, so now I've turned on my looper. Get rid of that metronome. Effects. Okay. There it is, clean, without the vibrato. Turn on the vibrato. That gives it this wiggly, the pitch is wiggling up and down. Not bad, that adds some interestingness to it. Rotary, what does this do? Whoa. that's making it go back and forth like that. I like that, but just really slow. So let's try that. You know what? I have a different idea. Forget this rotary here. That's a little too much. It's starting to almost make me dizzy listening to it. But this is one that should do the same thing. It's called auto pan. And what I'm expecting it to do is pan the sound left and right. So from your left ear to your right ear and back again. So let's see what this does. That seems to do much the same thing as the rotary, but maybe not as intense. Let's listen to it solo. Yeah. Okay, so I've adjusted the rate down so it's not going like da-da-da-da-da so fast, and then the depth so it's not doing it as much. But what I want is just a little bit of meandering back and forth. It just makes the sound less like a flat sound and more like a kind of varying kind of sound, if that makes any sense. So between the vibrato and the auto pan, here's with none of those on. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just want to vary it up a little more. Okay, let's listen to that just one last time. Okay, well that's it for this video. We got an explanation of how to record. So, let's pick the synthesizer again. And how to start recording. So we've added our synthesizer. You don't need to create a region, but what you do need to do is turn on the metronome, because that'll give you a click to follow. And then click the record button. I don't know why it made a region that was that big. I'm still learning all the little quirks of Soundtrap, but when you click the record button, it's gonna start going, so you gotta be ready to play right when you click that thing. In fact, you might want to place your playhead just a little bit backwards from there, so you have a little more time to get ready to actually start playing your instrument. So okay, let's just try that. Okay, so that that melody didn't go nearly as well. I should have been playing with both fingers. I was just playing with one hand. But then you're like, oh, that doesn't sound quite right, so you double click on that to get in the piano roll. Control A. I said Control A to select all of them, or highlight them with the box. Right click, quantize. Let's stick to 1/8 or 1/16 on quantize. That moves them into position better. play it again. Still not perfect, far from perfect. I probably wouldn't end up using this, but then you can zoom in. I don't want to move all of them. So left click somewhere to deselect them, and then you can adjust the position and length of individual notes. And when you have everything placed how you want it, then you can start messing around with the instrument. Feel free to mess with any of these. Feel free to mess with any of these. And feel free to add effects. I'm not going to go into what every single one of these does because there's so many, but just play with them. If you want to hear what the effects, what effect the effect is having on your instrument, you can you can play it with the rest of your mix, or you can solo it. If you want to play with a lot of different effects and just have it looping, then you can of course adjust your cycle mode bar. Turn off that metronome. And if you get to a tweak that you really like, you can save the preset. Oh no, you can't do it. Never mind, you can't save the preset. Sad, that's a premium feature. Oh well. It's more fun to recreate it every time anyways. Maybe you'll arrive at something slightly different that you find out is better. Okay, that's the end of this. What was supposed to be a quick video, but is now 18 minutes long. Thanks for watching. Hope that was useful to you.